Good afternoon. I am your eager MC, moderator, and host for this year's event. Welcome to the Business Council's 21st Annual Strategic Partnership Luncheon. I would like to take this time to acknowledge our major sponsors for this year's event. Obviously, the MMAC, Advocate Aurora Healthcare, Diamond Disc International, Manpower Group, Silverwater Productions, We Energies, Marquette University, MMSD, Social Development Commission, Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, and WNOV 860 AM. I would also like to thank all of our principal sponsors and current TBC members: Abaxent, Able Access Transportation, Custom Service Plastics, Global Capital Group, Executive Commercial Cleaning, Fusion Integrated Solutions, and Spirity. On behalf of the Business Council and its Board of Directors, thank you for attending our 21st Annual Strategic Partnership Luncheon. We look forward to working with you and hopefully seeing you in the upcoming year. For those of you that are wondering, I am Marjorie Rucker, Executive Director of the Business Council. We need our entire region to thrive in order to remain globally competitive and create high-value, high-wage jobs. Our award winners today exemplify both success and resiliency in the marketplace. It is my pleasure to deliver the Joe Tucker Legacy Business of the Year Award. This award recognizes minority-owned companies that demonstrate positive social and economic impact on the Milwaukee region and exemplify civic leadership. Abaxent is a technology solutions and consulting company that is a minority and woman-owned business enterprise serving throughout the state of Wisconsin. On behalf of the Business Council, please join me in recognizing Adonica Randall from Abaxent as TBC's Joe Tucker's Legacy Business of the Year. Let's pause for this brief video of Abaxent.
Abaxent LLC works with you to align services that work best for your organization. Their strength is being a technical solutions aggregator consultancy. This means that their team of internal and strategic partners deliver tailored digital transformation outcomes.
Abaxent started off as doing IT consulting. We would bring in sort of have-gun, will-travel people to augment other people's projects.
Abaxent specializes in finding a solutions-driven approach for workforce solutions by leveraging their deep network to find the best-fitting technology, people and products, process optimization solutions, and services offered. Abaxent works across multiple industries and various specialties for statement of work projects.
We've sort of migrated from being a technology solutions company to really more of a business technology solutions company.
Abaxent is a certified women, minority, small and disadvantaged business enterprise based in Wisconsin and has a national reach. The force behind Abaxent is Adonica Randall, President and Chief Problem Solver.
Entrepreneurship is pretty simple. Find a problem and fix it.
With over 35 years of technical and business experience, she has specialized development of business startups, new services, and process improvement with experience across a variety of industries, including healthcare, insurance, manufacturing, and construction. Adonica has served in technical, sales, and management positions at General Motors, GE Medical Systems, IBM, and A.O. Smith Engineering Division, as well as starting multiple professional services businesses. Adonica was an Alverno College Business School Computing and Information Technology and Business Analytics professor and is now a professor emeritus.
And we've evolved as a company for 18 years because we're always looking at the horizon. We see what's going to be on the shelf, not what's on the shelf.
Adonica is well recognized as a thought leader that speaks widely on the future of women in STEM careers. Adonica has also been an entrepreneur in residence at Marquette University, second vice chair for Minority Business Economic Input Committee for the North Central Minority Supplier Development Council, and an ambassador for Women's Business Enterprise National Council Wisconsin, and other local community organizations. Many people know Adonica for her dedication to helping other minority-owned businesses access opportunities that they may not have access to.
You know, we like the feeling of saying, you know, we did that, or we solved that, or we were part of that.
Adonica embodies collaboration and is teamwork makes the dream work personified. Adonica has been married for 44 years and has launched 2 adult children and has 2 granddaughters destined for STEM. Congratulations to Abaxin for being selected as the Joe Tucker Business Legacy Award in 2020.
Let's hear some comments from Adonica Randall, President and Chief Problem Solver of Abaxin.
Hi, I'm Adonica Randall. I'm the president of Abaxin LLC, and I am very excited and honored to be accepting what I believe is the first annual Joe Tucker Legacy Business Award of the year. Abaxin has had a long relationship with actually Joe Tucker. Joe was for the longest time my first mentor, and one of the reasons that we've been successful in the business today. I've had a long term relationship with the Business Council, and again, I'm very excited to accept this award. Thank you.
Congratulations, Abaxin, for being winners of the Joe Tucker Legacy Business of the Year Award. Each year, we recognize a corporate strategic partner that has demonstrated a sincere willingness to do business with ethnic and diverse businesses in the metropolitan Milwaukee area. The Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, or WEDC, truly embodies the spirit of this award. WEDC has been a supporter of the Business Council and a champion for ethnic and diverse businesses through its direct investment with the Business Connection Program, as well as the Ethnic and Diverse Business Coalition. Let's pause for this brief message on WEDC.
The Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is committed to helping businesses of every size and type throughout Wisconsin reach their full potential.
So it's really important that we focus on all different areas of business in Wisconsin and make sure everybody's thriving.
As Wisconsin's lead economic development organization, WEDC works with more than 600 statewide partners to help communities in our state grow and thrive by supporting business development, advancing industry innovation, tapping global markets, and developing a highly skilled, dedicated workforce.
And our role is to help get state resources out to communities and businesses. When they have a project, we help them make that project even bigger and better than they anticipated.
Since WEDC was created in 2011, it has assisted more than 4,000 businesses and benefited nearly 140 communities, resulting in the creation of more than 21,000 jobs and the leveraging of more than $1.8 billion in capital investments in our state. WEDC has achieved these results by supporting downtown and community development, worker training and recruitment, business attraction and retention, entrepreneurship and innovation, and global trade opportunities.
I think it's really important when you think about economic development that you look at all different parts of the system. So whether it's big businesses or community projects or small minority-owned businesses, we reach in and help them learn how to write business plans and access entrepreneurship programs and innovation programs so that they can bring their ideas forward.
Most notably, WEDC has played a key role in advancing minority, women and disabled veteran-owned companies through events like the annual Marketplace Conference on Business Development, supporting minority chambers of commerce as key strategic partners, and providing grants and tax incentives to startups and small businesses. Without partners like WEDC, the wealth of resources that business owners take advantage of would not be possible.
Receiving an award like this shows that it's important to the state of Wisconsin, it's important to the administration that we make sure we keep doing this work.
Thank you, WEDC, for all that you do, and congratulations for being named TBC's 2020 Strategic Partner of the Year.
On behalf of the Business Council, please join me in recognizing WEDC. Let's hear some comments from their leadership.
Hi, I'm Missy Hughes. I'm Secretary and CEO of the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, and we are so thrilled and honored to be named the Strategic Partner of the Year by the Business Council. Our work with the Business Council is so thrilling in that we are able to reach underinvested and disinvested businesses. We're able to work with new and broader communities. And all of that work is a testament to our effort to do the very best we can by the Wisconsin economy and by Wisconsinites, because Wisconsinites deserve to have a prosperous life. They deserve an opportunity that is equal to everyone, and to be able to really move forward and achieve the economic well-being that we're all seeking. So again, thank you so much for this beautiful award. We are so thrilled, and we'll be displaying it at WEDC and thinking about the Business Council every day in our work. Thank you.
Congratulations again, WEDC, on receiving the 2021 Strategic Partner of the Year Award. The Lou McLaughlin Memorial Scholarship Fund was established in remembrance of Luvinus McLaughlin, also known as Lou, for her unwavering dedication to children in the city of Milwaukee, and also her tenure at the Business Council, Inc. Each year, the Business Council awards a $2,500 scholarship to a college junior, senior, or graduate student of African American, Asian American, Hispanic, or Native American ancestry with at least a 3.0 GPA and a commitment to staying in the state of Wisconsin to impact positive change. Before I introduce this year's recipients, I would like to thank all of the sponsors and donors that gave to the Lou McLaughlin Memorial Scholarship this past year. Due to COVID-19, we actually took our fundraising efforts on the road by partnering with local businesses to provide products and profit for our scholarship fund. I would like to give a special thank you to Avia Cakes, Antigua Latin Restaurant, Lush Popcorn, and our scholarship committee members, Curtis Fleming, Tila Shafar, and Jakari Carr, for all of your help and support this past year. We'll definitely send out an appeal for this important effort and hope that you will contribute to this worthy cause. All of the finalists we had were noteworthy, but two winners we selected really shined brightly and are inspiring examples of dedication to self, to their families, and the community. Now, I am pleased to announce the winners of the 2021 Lou McLaughlin Scholarship. First, I will introduce Ms. Shaniva Smith. Shaniva is a student at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, working on her master's in administrative leadership with a concentration in adult, continuing, and higher education administration. Shaniva was selected because she has faced adversity and obstacles with grace, courage, and resiliency. She wants to use her strength and wisdom to positively impact external and internal environments in the city of Milwaukee once she graduates from UWM. Without further ado, I would like to present a scholarship in the amount of $2,500 to Ms. Shaniva Smith. Shaniva, take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for awarding me the Lou McLaughlin Scholarship. My life has not been a cakewalk, but I learned early in life that through hard work, dedication, sacrifice, perseverance, grit, and last but not least, faith, that anything is possible. I have also learned that through God's grace, it is apparent that He flows throughout my whole life in every aspect of my life and throughout this journey of achieving higher education. I thank Him every day for the favor that He has shown me, whether it be in the people that have helped me along the way or Him simply using me to help encourage and inspire others to never give up, or sponsors such as those of you that support this scholarship program. I am set to graduate December 2021 with my master's in education and administrative leadership with a focus on adult and continuing education. I will continue to thrive in life due to my determination and will. I will not only achieve success for myself, but I will also pave the way for those that are looking to and willing to do the work that it takes to succeed. My personal motto, one of my favorite quotes by Oprah Winfrey, is turn your wounds into wisdom. Thank you again for selecting me, Shaniva Smith, as the 2021 Lou McLaughlin Scholarship recipient.
Congratulations, Shaniva. Now, I will introduce our second recipient, Ms. Regina Williams. Regina is working on her doctorate in education, organizational leadership, and was selected because she has the ambition and willingness to complete her PhD and help underserved and underprivileged students to excel despite their obstacles. Regina wholeheartedly believes in obtaining her degree not only to give back to the community, but also to prove that the collaboration of various sectors is exactly what is needed to help children excel. With that said, Regina, please accept your check in the amount of $2,500. It's time for your acceptance speech.
I just wanted to thank the organization, first of all, for honoring me with this award. Gaining my doctorate it's a personal thing for my bucket list, but I think it's something that will allow me to be a resource for the community that I've always dreamed to be. I'm so very thankful for this. I'm knocking on the doors of gaining this degree, and it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for this scholarship. The other thing I would also like to say that I'm thankful for is that I was able to gain some very strong relationships with people because of the people that I was connected with through the scholarship fund and some of the participants who received the scholarship as well. Some of those people have reached out to me for resources. So I am forever grateful for receiving the scholarship. I'm thankful that people are allowing people like myself to be able to further their education. And I plan on giving back. And hopefully at some point, maybe I can be a person to help give back to this particular scholarship because it's helping me to get to one of my life goals. And I think that's something important for people to have the opportunity to get assisted to get to the places they're trying to be. And for me, it's important to meet people where they're at. And you guys met me where I am, and I'm appreciative of that. And that money has been very well spent on my classes. So thank you very much for this award. Thank you for considering me for this award. And I look forward to seeing more people in the community gain this resource because it's definitely a resource that more people need to take advantage of. So thank you.
Congratulations again, Shaniva and Regina. Now let's get into our panel discussion about vital visibility and how to leverage certifications to help your businesses grow. Thank you for joining us for our Vital Visibility 2021 themed luncheon. We're going to talk about certifications today and why they're important. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and have my panelists introduce themselves. Just give us your name, tell us what company you represent, and then tell us a little bit about the products or services that you offer. So I'm going to start with Ina.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Marjorie. My name is Ina Willemsons. I'm the CEO of the Wisconsin Procurement Institute, headquartered here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We are a technical assistance provider to the state of Wisconsin businesses, funded by the Department of Defense and WEDC. Our primary mission is to support Wisconsin businesses considering developing or growing their government market sales. This includes federal, state, local government, as well as their associated supply chains. Our secondary mission and priority is to increase federal procurement dollars coming to Wisconsin. Why this is important to diverse businesses is that the government in many cases has contracting preference for diverse businesses. That's one of our primary focuses. Thank you, Marjorie.
Thank you, Ina. Gene?
Hello, everyone. My name is Gene Wright. I've been called a serial entrepreneur, and I am a small business owner. I'm also a professor at the Milwaukee School of Engineering, the Rader School of Business, and I'm part of the MSOE Entrepreneurship Center. This is a resource for small businesses in the business community. I've had the pleasure of facilitating the Emerging Leaders Program for Small Business Association. The Emerging Leaders Program is a series of workshops and is designed to help small businesses grow. I've been working with that program for over 10 years and have actually worked with over 150 businesses in the Milwaukee community, and look forward to working with everyone. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Jean. Nikki.
Hi, everyone. I am Nikki Purvis. I am the Chief Equity Officer for the City of Milwaukee and Director for the Office of Equity and Inclusion. The Office of Equity and Inclusion is responsible for administering the City of Milwaukee's Small Business Enterprise Program. That program provides access and opportunities for small businesses that are interested in contracting with the City of Milwaukee. Additionally, the office oversees and supports the Equal Rights Commission, as well as ensuring accessibility. And so happy to be here today to talk about the opportunities that exist with the Small Business Enterprise Program.
Awesome. Thank you. Lamont.
Hello, Lamont Robinson, Director of Community Business Development Partners, a division of Administrative Services with Milwaukee County. Our office and department oversees the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program for Milwaukee County and surrounding counties. And so our goal and mission is to increase that spend with DBE certified firms in the area. But we also administer the TBE program, which is a local program. So where DBE is focused on federal contract dollars, the TBE program is more local dollars. And so administering both of those programs, we're looking to increase, as Nikki said, access and opportunities to small businesses in the immediate area.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So my first question, because we'd love to demystify things for business owners that are looking to grow in supply chains. Why is it necessary to have a certification? And Nikki, I'm going to ask you first.
Well, thank you, Marjorie. That's a great question. I would say that, there's a recognition that there are inequities and barriers for small disadvantaged firms to compete in the open market. And so the certification, especially for the city of Milwaukee, and I'm sure it rings true for all other certifications, is that it provides firms who may not traditionally have access or a seat at the table to be able to engage in government contracting. And then the hopes is that participation in these programs would allow opportunities in the private sector as well. And so it really is important for us to create those opportunities and help firms build capacity to be able to respond in a meaningful way to our contracting opportunities.
Ina, Lamont, Jean, want to add anything?
I'd like to say that the certifications are great and they're very helpful. And one of the ways from a business standpoint, especially a growth standpoint, is that small businesses struggle to get known, to get the people know that they're in existence, and we call that awareness when we're talking about marketing. And one of the cool things about certification is that people can become aware of your business. And then we look at the formula, it's awareness, trial, repeat sometimes. And the idea is that the certification will get, you get understood that you exist and what you do. And a certification then maybe gets somebody to try your business, but you really should build your business on the fact that you deliver great value. And the certification programs give you the opportunity to do that, to show what you can do. And from then on, it's, you're competing just like everyone else. Hopefully that's the way that they work.
Go ahead, Ina.
A certification is an asset of your business. Just like having a line of credit, having equipment, having good staff, and it's an asset and it should be used as such. As Jean mentioned, it also gives you the visibility, which is a marketing asset, right, that you have it. It also, to many public entities and to large corporations, is kind of a vetting that your business has some capability, some capacity, is a legitimate business, has some experience, can do the job. So it kind of puts you in a little bit more prestigious or lower risk situation when you're approaching, or bidding on a contract or approaching a large corporation.
Awesome. Thank you. And today, just to let everyone know, we are talking about certifications within the public sector. So there are also private certifications that are available, such as the NMSDC as well as WeBank. So NMSDC is the private certification that is offered for minority-owned businesses specifically. And then there's also the Women Business Enterprise certification through WeBank, which is offered for women-owned firms. So there are also other private sector certifications that are available, and I just wanted to make that clarifying point as well. So great, thank you. So what are the categories for certifications when it comes to the different municipalities? So I'm going to actually start with Lamont to tell us a little bit about the certifications that are available through Milwaukee County, and then I'll go to Nikki and then to Ina, and Jean can chime in. So Lamont, kick us off and tell us about the county certification programs.
Sure, Marjorie. So Milwaukee County is part of a four-headed monster in regards to the Wisconsin UCP. So Milwaukee County, Wisconsin DOT, Dane County, and City of Madison. The four of us compose the Wisconsin UCP, and the four of us are the certifying entities within the state of Wisconsin in regards to the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program. So we will do DBE certification in Milwaukee County, but also with the TBE program that we have, we're not necessarily doing a specific certification for TBE, but we do recognize various certifications across the country and nationally in regards to TBE certification or being eligible to participate as a TBE on contracts with Milwaukee County.
Okay. And TBE means, again?
Targeted Business Enterprise.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. So, all right. Nikki, can you explain a little bit about the city's certifications?
I can. So currently the city provides one certification, that is the Small Business Enterprise certification. It is a race and gender neutral certification, but we do have certain disadvantaged criteria that must be met by the 51% majority owner to determine eligibility. Our ordinance is Chapter 370 of the Milwaukee Code of Ordinance, and within that within that ordinance, we have certain percentages that are assigned to certain industries: 25% for construction services, 25% for goods and services, and 18% of professional service contracts we want to be awarded to small business enterprise firms that are certified within our program.
Awesome. Right. Ina, can you speak a little bit about the federal government certifications or anything that's offered through the process through SAM?
On the federal side, there's a designation for small businesses, 23% of all work to small business. There's also designations for women-owned businesses, for service-disabled veteran-owned businesses, what's known as 8A, which is a socially and economically disadvantaged set aside. There's also something called a hub zone, which is a geographical designation. The Milwaukee has some of those hub zone areas, as does rural Wisconsin. On the federal side, they have what's called a set aside, so competition can be limited to only certain types of businesses, or sometimes even set aside with no competition. And Marjorie, if I could address the state of Wisconsin as well. The state of Wisconsin has a minority business designation, a woman-owned business designation, and a service-disabled veteran designation. Again, the key to this is that wherever you're going to look at for your, whatever you're targeting for your business, that's the certification you should align with. So if you're doing work with the city of Milwaukee, that's where you should be looking. If you're looking at with a county, that's where you should be looking. Federal or state, that's where you should be looking for your certifications.
Great point, Ina. Thank you. And go ahead, Jean.
I'd just like to add, in addition to all these wonderful public programs that are available, and then the private, essentially through like NMSDC, every business should be working to create their own category, making their own identity and carving their own niche. So in addition to these where you get recognized, you also should be building at the same time your own category of excellence and value creation and the value that you deliver to your customers. You should be doing that at the same time.
Absolutely. So, and Ina, I just want to build on your point a little bit just for the audience. So, you know, if I want to do business with the state of Wisconsin and I want to do business with the city of Milwaukee, I do have to go to each of those entities to certify through their respective programs. So it's not like if I have a certification with Milwaukee County already, that will transfer. Is that correct? I still would have to build.
That's correct. If you're looking at a variety of public entities, there is some reciprocity between some DBEs in the state of Wisconsin, but that's very defined.
Yes.
Okay. And there's nothing, we often get the question, do I have to be certified to do business with a public entity? And the answer is no. I mean, you can work with the county or the city or the state or federal. You do not have to have a certification of this type. You can still do business. What the certification gives you sometimes is limited competition and preference. So that's something to consider as you go through this.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Why is a certification important to gain opportunities? And I know you were just touching on that point, so I'm going to let you finish that point. So why is it important? How does it set me up competitively if I'm a minority-owned, woman-owned, service-disabled veteran? Why is a certification, why might it be necessary or important for me to gain?
So let me give you an example. So if I want to do work with the Department of Veterans Affairs hospital, let's say here in Milwaukee, right? Mm-hmm. The VA hospital has a preference for service-disabled veteran-owned businesses and veteran-owned businesses that are certified. So if that's what I want to do and I'm a service-disabled veteran-owned business, I must have that certification to take the next step, right? In addition, on the federal side, large prime contractors, such as in the state of Wisconsin, we have Oshkosh, we have Marinette Marine, we have WPS Health Insurance. All of those are large federal contractors that are also required to have small business subcontracting plans. So in other words, what the federal government requires of those contractors directly to the primes is also required by these large contractors to use small businesses and other designations in their subcontracts to participate in these larger contracts. So it's very important. And as I mentioned before too, a certification is somewhat of a vetting process, right? If you're certified, that often means you've passed some type of hurdle in showing that you're a low risk supplier. So it's very valuable in that way as well. And as Jean mentioned too, it gives you visibility, right? A lot of these certified businesses appear in lists. They appear on various website searches, and it gives them that credibility and visibility.
Awesome. Nikki or Lamont or Jean, do you have a story of a business that may not have been able to participate in an opportunity if they did not have a certification? Are there any examples that we can highlight? And I know that's like a spur of the moment question, but does anybody have anything, a good story for us to kind of help people understand? Go ahead, Jean.
Just a brief example. It is a little bit of a surprise, but we had a participant in our program who was a disabled veteran-owned business, and they were also Native American, and they they created gifts for the gift shop at the VA hospital, and they actually had their certification, and through our program they were writing a growth plan. And one of the things that they did is they started approaching many of the other VA hospitals throughout the country. And by using their certification and getting the awareness and getting the listings, which INA and the WPI really helped them get, they were able to spread their wares throughout the entire country and grow their business. So that's just one example.
Awesome.
The city of Milwaukee has demolition and deconstruction contracts, and there's been a couple of situations where firms were interested in fulfilling our SBE requirements for that project, but unfortunately, they did not procure the certification prior to the bid being released and actually being closed. And so it's really important that if those that are interested in certification be proactive and seek certification prior to submitting bids if they're interested in fulfilling those obligations. As Ina mentioned, certification is certainly not required to do business, but if there is a contract that is released and it requires SBE participation, it is necessary for that firm to have the certification prior to.
Awesome. So, Nikki, what you're saying is, let's say that the city of Milwaukee releases a bid for office furniture. I am a woman-owned, Black-owned business. I want to supply that to you. I am not certified, but that particular bid has on it that you require certification. Can I run into your office that say that bid's due in 2 weeks and rush through the process of getting my certification so that I can bid on that contract?
I mean, you can try, but you won't be successful.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, you can submit your application at any point in time, but it does take us around 90 days to thoroughly review the application. And that's just, dependent upon all of the required documentation and responses provided are thorough. But we do review our applications on a first in, first out basis. So we want to be respectful of those who have submitted their applications in a timely manner. And so, but we do have situations where there's a request for expedition, but these days that is just not a possibility. So be as proactive as possible.
Awesome. Thank you. Go ahead, Lamont.
There we go. Had to get that unmute off. What everyone has said is absolutely on point. And what we're dealing with Milwaukee County in regards to DBE and those federal dollars, there's opportunities, all over the place. So at Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport, or with Milwaukee DOT, if you're looking to do some highway work, there's going to be DBE goals placed on that. And so we're going to be looking for firms that have that DBE certification to help fulfill those goals that are set on those projects. And so if someone is coming to you asking you about certification and you don't have it, or you're not sure what they're asking, it's already too late. So it behooves small business owners to get ahead of that curve, to get those certifications prior to specific solicitations coming out, because there is a process to this. And so, as Nikki was saying, if someone's coming to you at the 11th hour, trying to get certification, we're definitely going to still encourage you to do it. But the chances of your certification being completed by the time that solicitation is due is going to be fairly nil. So if there's things that you're looking for, or agencies that you're looking to do work with, I would say submit those applications sooner rather than later, and don't wait for someone to ask you about a certification or having a certification.
Awesome. Gene.
Yeah, that's a great point, Lamont. The thing is that small businesses that want to do business with these public sectors and private as well, there's a lot of different networking opportunities, and there is help available. Applying can be kind of daunting sometimes. There's a lot of paperwork, but there are a lot of people around who can help you. And also the networking where you can work with larger companies, but work with other companies who've gone through that. Take advantage of those things well in advance. Put it into your growth plans and take advantage of those things. Places like WPI have the help available. If they don't do it for you, they will help you. I'm sorry, Ina, I'm not trying to take your thunder there, but I personally have done the same kind of thing. And it's, plan for these kind of things, but there's help available. Don't just get freaked out about the fact that there's paperwork available and it's government paperwork. Well, that's who you're trying to do business with. But get the help. It's out there for you. Just ask. Go to the networking events and talk to people. Get to meet people that will help you.
Awesome. Thank you. So, again, I'm a minority-owned, woman-owned firm. When should I think about getting my certification? When is the right time in my business to start thinking about that? Obviously, it's when I think there are opportunities available. But I guess my question is, where should I be in my business when I am thinking about becoming certified and bidding on contracts?
I recommend, and we recommend, that a business be established, have some non-public work, have good systems in place, both for their financials, their HR, their general operations, to be able to build capacity. If they should win, they have to be able to perform, right? So they have to have that mechanism in place. What they should not do is get mad at their boss, start a company on Monday, after quitting on Friday, start a company on Monday, and then decide, because they're a woman or a minority or a service disabled veteran business, they should get certified on Tuesday. That's not going to work. They have to be an established business. The government is very, very risk averse. And they also need to remember they're not the only ones. They're competing against hundreds, thousands of other businesses. If it's City of Milwaukee, the geography might be a little smaller, or the county, but they're not the only ones. They're competing against others. So it's not just that they have the certification. Their certification is an asset, as we talked earlier, that can be used in the competitive process, but they will be competing one way or the other, and they have to be able as a business to compete.
Awesome. Thank you for that. And also, I'll just make the point that with private certifications as well, the information is true. So if you do pursue a private certification through NMSDC or WeBank, you do need to make sure that you have been an established business or that you are an established business to be able to really help to leverage those certifications. Lamont, you had your hand up, so I'm going to turn the mic over to you.
Thanks, Margie. I just want to speak quickly about the DBE. And so for disadvantaged business enterprise, we're really wanting firms to be RWA, ready, willing, and able. And so we really want those firms to come to the table being prepared to perform a service once they're certified. Now, although the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program does not give a length of time that a firm needs to be in business to submit their application. So as Ina was saying, a firm could start a business on Monday and apply for certification on Tuesday. The DBE program does allow that. But in order to leverage your certification to the highest ability that you can, I would say make sure that you are, once that certification is done, that you are ready to get to work should someone reach out to you or you reach out to someone and they want to solicit your services on a project. So again, being ready, willing, and able is what we're looking at to ensure that when firms are coming to our DBEs to get quotes and see if there's a relationship there to move further, that we're not sending them on a wild goose chase, but really getting them to firms that can truly respond to them and supply whatever's needed, whether it's commodity or services, in regards to what that prime is looking for.
Yeah, so they could get their certification on Tuesday, but they have to be able to prove capacity when someone reaches out to them for a potential opportunity or when they inquire about one. Is that correct?
Right. So that's why we tell the prime contractors to vet those firms that they're reaching out to. Don't just go on the fact of a firm being certified, because a firm may be certified to do trucking, but you may be looking for someone that can supply 6 trucks and this individual only has 1 truck. So again, just make sure that that you're setting yourself up for success and not failure, and just being truthful and honest in regards to the capacity that you can provide. You can always, grow and build capacity, but be truthful and honest so that you're getting the right hits when individuals are reaching out to you.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to go to Jean, and then after Jean, Nikki, you chime in. Go ahead, Jean.
I just think that it's important that you are always working to figure out how you're going to create value for your customers. And when you're planning to do business with the public sector and use your certifications, you don't want to be like the movie Jaws, if anybody remembers that, where all of a sudden they see the size of the shark and all of a sudden they go, oh, we're going to need a bigger boat. You have to be ready. And that comes from planning. And that comes from looking at your assets, your resources, and understanding the job that needs to be done, so that when you finish that opportunity that you've received because of certification, that they're going to come back to you and go, wow, they're great at what they do, whatever that might be. So make sure you're working on it that way and plan ahead. We often in our program, Emerging Leaders, we always talk about that you should be working on your business, not in your business. And certification is certainly one of those things. You acquire it as an asset, as Ina said, and then you use that asset and work it in as part of your plan.
Yes. Great. Nikki?
So those are all very valid points, and I totally concur. But I will say for the city of Milwaukee, we do have a portion of our ordinance that requires that a business be operational for at least a year prior to certification. And we have that requirement because we're looking at your invoices and your operations to determine which NAICS codes we assign to your certification. While that may not demonstrate capacity, it does give us an idea of the types of commodities or services that you provide. So the business being established on a specific date doesn't necessarily mean that you're operational either. So we do take all of that into consideration. And again, I certainly agree with my colleagues on this panel about all of the other important things that should be considered when seeking certification.
Awesome. So let me ask you this. So I'm registered in SAM. So I've gone to WPI. I've, gotten whatever certification I could obtain. I'm in SAM. Let's say I've gone to Milwaukee County, got my, DBE, and some other certifications. And all of these opportunities are coming. I'm seeing them on the listservs that I've subscribed to, or I hear something is coming down the pipeline. Are you guys just going to pick up the phone and call me and say, hey, you're certified, you need to apply for this opportunity? So I guess my question is, how, once people have their certifications, how do they leverage them to actually get business? Well,
it's just like anything else. You have to pick the jobs, the opportunities that you're going to work on for fit with your business. I wouldn't rely on anybody calling you or emailing you. It happens from time to time, but they have to know you exist. And they only know you exist and your capabilities if you have communicated with them, worked with them, networked with them, demonstrated. So just filling out the paperwork and being on the list, doesn't mean you're going to get a call. You have to work for them. And then if you get on those lists, don't bid on everything that you possibly can. Pick them out. Make sure they're appropriate for you. Just like you would, I mean, there are good and bad customers and there are good and bad jobs. And you want to shine. You always want to shine when you get these opportunities because of your certifications, and make sure you do that. So it's work. It's work. It's not fill out the certification and sit back and wait. Don't do that. Work for it just like you would any other job, opportunity, or project.
I was going to use the word hustle. You know, you got to sell. You got to market and you got to sell. And in order to sell in this market, again, the word competition comes up. So you have to be visible, as Jean said. You've got to always do a good job because all these public sector people talk to each other. They know each other over the years, and it's important to keep a good reputation. And right now it's very difficult to hustle, right? It has to be even more proactive. But if you start looking, there's a lot of virtual training. There's a lot of virtual meetings. There's a lot of virtual one-on-one sessions. We've been holding them. Last year, for example, Marketplace, virtual one-on-one sessions. Okay, this upcoming December, another Marketplace where, I mean, Nikki and Lamont always participate. You know, it's a chance to start meeting people and start interacting. Do the best you can in this virtual world, but the opportunities are there. But like Jean said, no one's going to come and hand you an opportunity. That's very rare. So hustle is the word that I use, and unselectively hustle. And a public sector person or a prime contractor expects you as the small business or the certified business to have done your homework. They expect you to know what's going on. So if I go to the city of Milwaukee and talk to Nikki, I shouldn't be talking about, I want to get involved in the next tank contract, right? The city doesn't buy tanks or manufacture tanks. You need to know enough of what the city's buying or what the county's buying, or what, you know, if it's WISDOT, what's going on. You have to kind of know the marketplace. You're expected to do that. The internet is there. It's all doable.
Awesome. Nikki?
So I would say specifically for the city of Milwaukee, but this platform is also accessible as it relates to Milwaukee County and NPS. But we utilize the e-Notify. It's our electronic notification system. So if folks are interested in receiving bid notices from specific city departments, they can register, create an account, and then identify which departments they would like to receive information from. But that information is also duplicated on our contracting department websites. And so if you just want to peruse those every once in a while, instead of waiting for a notification about those contracting opportunities, you can do that as well. And I think Jean mentioned, or maybe it was Ina, but looking to see what types of commodities or services the city procures, we have a historical data on our website, and you can look through those previously awarded bids and contracts to see the types of products that we've traditionally purchased. But you could also reach out to a department if you're interested in doing business and introduce yourself and start developing that relationship. So then when there is an opportunity for a bid or RFP, you've established a relationship, you've made yourself known to that department, and they might call you and say, there's this opportunity that we just released. Are you interested in responding? So those are a few ways that I would recommend folks get engaged.
Awesome. Lamont?
Thanks, Marjorie. I love that selective hustle line. I may make that a t-shirt and cut you in on the profits. But that's exactly what it is. It is a selective hustle. And so as an individual, like Nikki was saying, you want to sign up for those e-Notify notifications so that you're aware of opportunities when they come out. Similar like the city, the county also has its own business opportunity portal that you can go on to find opportunities, as well as look at past solicitations to see what the county has purchased in the past. Also, I would say it's important to attend those projects where they have pre-bid meetings. That gives you a chance to meet those individuals. Where if you're not bidding as a prime, you're going to get in front of those firms that are interested in bidding as a prime. And I would say when you go to those, go prepared. Make sure that you have business cards, you have capability statements, those type of things to leave behind. But make sure that all those things are proper and in place. So if you have a business card that has a very vague business, just has your name, phone number, and email address, but doesn't speak to what the business does, you may want to revisit to make sure that that information that you're leaving behind is still marketing and selling your business when you're not there. So, make sure that you present yourself, as a fully functioning business, but make sure individuals know exactly what you do and what you can bring to the table, because those are the firms that those prime firms are going to call first because they already have that information in hand. So just make sure that you're prepared when you come to those pre-bid meetings.
I was just going to say that, yeah, that's all great. Absolutely fantastic. Be careful with the e-notify and listing in SAM. And some people go, oh, I'm a construction firm and I can do this, and they check a lot of categories. You can get completely buried in those emails and everything as a small business. And so make sure you're planning on what you want to do. But if you want to up the odds of getting a phone call or an email from someone where you feel you can compete and all that kind of thing, make sure you've been very clear, gone to the pre-bid meetings, gone to the speed dating things at Marketplace or some of those kind of things. I think they're called speed dating kind of events. But and then on your card, you may have that you're an MSDC or your 8A or whatever. You might actually or leave behind the categories that you're in and the NAICS code, the NAICS codes that you work in. Make sure that's great advice, Lamont. But come prepared and do the work. That hustle. I love that. I want in on that t-shirt too. But that's what you got to do. That's what every business needs to do is pick your business and then build that and plan it, work on your business rather than just in your business.
Absolutely. So to sum it up, so we're all going to start a business, and this will be a private business. So, of course, we will go and get certified, and our T-shirt line will be called Selectively Hustle, just for all of the businesses out there that are listening to us today. So when you see it, you'll know what it is. But when we do start this business, what we have to do is run a good business and really build our capacity. So we need to be in business for at least a year or two. We need to have a good book of business, and then we need to really figure out where we want to pursue our certifications. Who wants Selectively Hustle t-shirts, right? So we really need to do our homework while we're building that good book of business to really make sure that when we do pursue certification opportunities, we are actually pursuing them in places where we could potentially get business. We have to continue to network. So whether that's virtually in the world that we are now or in person when we get back to our new normal, making sure that we're in the room and wearing our t-shirts, right, guys, so that we can go ahead and make a good impression. Get technical assistance if we need it. And by technical assistance, I mean, even if we get the certification and we need to learn how to leverage it or learn how to apply for these opportunities, I mean, we have the pros, right? So we're going to be good. But if we have a question, making sure that we're talking to the right people that can help us to get our businesses where we need to be able to leverage those opportunities. And then we just need to go. We need to go out there and make it happen, and continue to rely on technical assistance providers such as the awesome panelists that I have here today, as well as other technical assistance providers such as the Business Council, to make sure that we are successful in gaining those opportunities and ultimately growing our businesses. So with that being said, thank you, panelists, for joining us today. Totally appreciate it. We'll start working on our t-shirt design sooner than later. So I'm going to call the designer. Jean, you go ahead and get the business plan drafted. And then, Nikki and Lamont, let me know where we need to go to start leveraging, the opportunities that are out there. We'll all work on getting customers, and we're going to continue to be great in our business enterprise, as well as helping our businesses around the city of Milwaukee and southeastern Wisconsin and the nation with the work that Ina and Jean do to make it happen for those entities. So thank you again for joining us, and have an awesome rest of the day. Thank you for joining us today for the 21st Annual Strategic Partnership Luncheon. I would first like to thank all of our leading and nucleus sponsors, namely MMAC, Advocate Aurora Healthcare, Diamond Disc International, Manpower Group, Silverwater Productions, We Energies, Marquette University, MMSD, Social Development Commission, WEDC, and WNOV 860 AM. We truly appreciate you for your support. The Business Council's mission is to help minority businesses grow and to sustain their businesses in the state of Wisconsin through supplier diversity initiatives. We do this by providing high-quality education and resources such as the Business Connection module, strategic business-to-business matchmaking, and shared advocacy with our peers from the Ethnic and Diverse Business Coalition. What makes us unique and successful is that we are the only organization in the state of Wisconsin that offers this niche programming. If you are not a TBC member and are looking to grow your business, I invite you to learn more about the Business Council, Inc. by emailing me at mrucker@mmac.org or giving us a call at 414-287-4172. Today, we heard from our awesome panelists, Ina from Wisconsin Procurement Institute, or WPI, Jean from the SBA Emerging Leaders Program, Nikki from the City of Milwaukee, and Lamont Robinson from Milwaukee County's Community Business Development Partners about how and why certifications in the public sector space can make your business more visible. Certifications, whether public or private, may be a necessary venture to help you grow your enterprise. Thank you again for joining us for our 21st Annual Strategic Partnership Luncheon, and I look forward to working with each of you in the upcoming year. Let's work on staying visible in 2021, and we hope to see you in 2022. This is Marjorie Rucker, Executive Director of the Business Council, signing off until next time.